Hey drummers, I'm Jim Linsner along with Danusha Beats on video and editing. Today's topic, fat flams. The traditional flam is played like this. So we've got a grace note followed by a main note. The notes are very close together and typically the grace note is much quieter than the main note. What we're going to do today is a little bit different. We're going to play both notes just about the same volume level, and we're going to space the notes just a little bit further apart. So it's going to sound more like this. And you could argue that that's really not a flam at all. It's really just two 30-second notes, and you'd be right. But when I play this on the kit, I think of a flam. And it's just a flam with a little more attitude and a little more excitement. So let's check out what it sounds like on the set. In this first example, we're going to play a simple rock beat, and we're going to insert the fat flam on the of 2. It's going to be immediately followed by a bass drum note, and on that bass drum note, we're not going to play a hi-hat, okay? So we're going to leave the hi-hat off on beat 3. It's going to sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Check it out. You can also put the fat flam on the toms. So this time I'm going to play the groove on the ride cymbal and I'm going to move the fat flam to 2 toms. In this next example, we'll put the fat flam on the E of 3. Again, it's followed by a bass drum, no hi-hat with the bass drum. Sounds like this. Now let's play the groove on the ride cymbal and put the fat flam on the toms. It's also possible to play 2 fat flams in a groove, the of 2 and the E of 3. Sounds like this. Now we're going to go back to the first fat flam example we did on the of 2, but we're going to embellish the groove a little bit. We're going to play the snare on the E of 3 and the bass on the of 3. Now let's do that same thing, but let's put the right hand on the ride cymbal and let's move the fat flam to the toms. This time we're going to play the fat flam starting on the E of 3, and we're going to embellish a little bit differently. We're going to play a bass drum after it. We're going to play a floor tom note with the right stick on the and then we'll play the snare drum on 4. Sounds super cool. Check it out. Okay, that's the fat flam. And I wanted to let you know, I didn't get this idea from a drum book. I got this idea from listening to other drummers play. You know, when we listen to the great drummers, of course they play some super complex things that go right over our head, okay? But they also play 100 other little subtle things that anybody can understand, like the fat flam. And when you hear these things, you can use them in your band, and they can become part of your musical vocabulary. So, by all means, listen to other great drummers. It can be a terrific source of inspiration. I'm Jim Linsner. I'm a drum teacher. Please check me out at drumlessonsbuffalo.com. Thanks for watching.